left me, yeah, died a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright. 'Cause I just wanna see the light.
It's Tina
I just wanna
Dude
see the
Showtime!
light.
And they're on in a race time. But I know which way to go, left or right. You It's all eyes on the Ferrari. Stylo has done the impossible. This is the move. This is the moment.
And that puts in Rapture on the podium.
But it's this man who comes home victorious. It's Red Bull. It's who wins.
Alright, welcome. Most Racing League Tier 5. And you have it. It's not Tier 5, Tier 3. Spa, like in real life, it was a fun race in real life, and it was a fun race in Tier 4. I hope it's going to be a fun race in Tier 3 as well. The usual suspects are always here, and today I am with Mr. Miller Time. How are you doing, sir?
Nice.
I'm glad you are here. I'm glad you're here. It's been a while we didn't see you, but it's always a pleasure to have you around. I hope you are looking forward to the Spa race as I am.
I definitely am. I'm hoping for some excitement. This track definitely brings some pretty interesting racing. It's kind of hard to pass, yet in the DRS zones, it's really makes it interesting to pass. I'm just excited for some good racing today.
That is good. That is good to hear. That's what I want to hear, because I think everybody is excited for some good race as well. Like we said, and Spa, let me see if the Scenic gonna work again. I think it does not like me when I do it once. So anyway, it's a Spa. There is like only two main DRS overtake, which is the first, the star line, and the back straight, which is the camel straight, where you can do overtake. Or if you have enough the battery, you can as well go to the bus stop and make overtake there as well. In terms of race note, let's see what we have happened last race and recently. Let me try to unlock these features. So the calendar, we are in round 5 at Belgium. The winner mostly were English Shadow the first round, Logan the second round, Edge the third and fourth round back to back. Let's see if he can do back to back to back. It will be interesting. Guys in chat, if you have any issue with sound or trying to hear us, just let us know, so I can make sure that everybody is hearing us loud and clear. The other thing is, in terms of what happened last round, which was at Miami, Edge won, followed by Chantilla and Racing Bull. Nubi finished P2, but he was penalized by the steward, which pushed him back all the way to P8, I think, or something like that. So gotta have to keep that in. I don't think he's reserving today, but we'll see about that. In terms of standing, we got Edge leading the pack, followed by Aaron Bruce, who is back after missing last round, followed by Omar Mo, Logan, Angry Shadow, Chantilla, May Benator, Mode, Gary, F1RC, Nobi, Mr. Titan, Fred, Mr. Pitt, Man in the Box, Snoop Francis, MB Jacobson, Bernie Victim, NVA, who was a reserve and now he is a full-time for Mercedes, and his new teammate, Shamrock, in P20. In terms of team standing, Williams with Edge leading the championship, followed by Haas, followed by Ferrari, followed by Kick Sauber, McLaren in P5, Racing Bull in P6, Alpine in P7, Aston Martin P8, Mercedes P9, and Rockin' Rowdy Red Bulls in P10. Now, in overall standing, Mr. Titan is still dominating, but you have the John Daswork team who is closing in on his behind in the gap of being, I think, 38 point. Yeah, beatdown of Mercedes, who made some move during this the break and have new two driver, which are Cookie, I think, in tier 1 and NVA in tier 2, like I said. So he should be started pushing back up with his tier 4 lineup as well. You get Cupcake, Eruption in P4, Cupcake in P5, Mod in P6, Dad in P7, Panju P8, MB Jacobson P9, and Rock and Rowley is closing it. So I don't know if you've been following up the what's called the overall championship, but who do you think is like looking like to have a good shot? Do you have any insight on that, or not?
I'm gonna be completely honest with you, MRK. I've been busy the last month with the move, so this is my first race back, really just watching and spectating anything. So my guess is as good as most of the people out there. I couldn't give you anything promising. I'd have to watch this and tell you.
That is true. I think that is, from my take, the Haas came flying under the radar. Nobody was expecting them to be that fast. Some people expected him to be faster, but not that fast. So they were a surprise to almost everybody. But still, they're doing pretty good. Mercedes, everybody was thinking they have good team, and they're still showing it, especially their tier 4 duo, which is Newbie and JT. So they're going to be somebody to keep an eye on. But in this chair, I think the surprise is from Williams. Panju is being carried out by Edge, which is not surprising. Hi, Edge, say speaking about him. so yeah, it's going to be interesting. So we're about to start qualifying. In tier 4, the pole lap time was 142.1 by Mr. MRK. What do you think is going to be the pole time here? Around the same, or faster, or slower?
I'm not too sure if you just gave yourself a compliment there or not, but we caught it on live.
I did not do such a thing. I did not do such a thing.
Maybe in the lower end of the 142s or a higher end of a 141, maybe a 141.9, but we'll have to see what kind of qualifying, if it's going to be dry, hopefully. If it's wet, then we won't see anything around there, so I'm excited to see.
I agree on that. I completely agree on that. I think, for my take, it should be the same pace around between tier 3, tier 4. Especially, I think it should be around the same time, around 42.1 or 42 flat. Yeah, if it's dry, like you said, but if it's wet, it's a different story.
From what I've been seeing, the pace isn't too roughly different between tier 4 and tier 3. Now, when you step up to tier 2, those are a lot faster, and obviously tier 1 just insane, but
that's a step up. I agree. When you do that, it's a step. But hey, we have a dry qualifying, which is good news.
Good news.
Yeah, we have 17 drivers on the lobby. NVA drinking shamrocks, the Mercedes are here. Who doesn't have teammates? Who do you see doesn't have a teammate here? Alpine doesn't have a teammate. Bonnie Victim is by himself. The Williams boys are here. Red Bull is missing a teammate as well, which makes it 2 drivers. We need one more. And Haas doesn't have a teammate as well. So Red Bull, Haas, and Alpine don't have to worry about double stacking. That's a good news for them.
that is.
Ooh. That sounds interesting. Let me turn this stuff on and see what we get here. Telemetry is enabled. Lab data enabled. Minimap. Okay, everybody is on soft, which is to be expected. The first one around the lap is Bonjour, as you said. You know, I watched his race in the Creator series. He do every Saturday, and it was horrendous. Like, I swear to God. So, because I don't know why, Bonjour in the sprint, he somehow spun it and ending up in the back of the grid. In the race as well, he somehow spun it again and in the back. So I don't know. He have issue with sector 2, to be honest. There, I don't know how. Maybe between yesterday and today he will be able to correct that. But yesterday he was spinning a lot. I think it's just a skill issue because he's doing a lot of iRacing. Everything. Yeah, and I think in iRacing, almost never you break 100%. In F1, you always almost break at 100%. which kind of like, yeah, and the power, the way you go to power in this game is completely different to iRacing, because iRacing is more gradual. This game you can be more aggressive, and if you are a heavy footing like me, that will suit you better. But still, it easier to spin out. And but he's not using his battery though. Now he's starting out, but which is still weird. At this point, I'm already at 80% of battery, but some people just like to save it until the last round. Now he's using it. Okay. Yeah, you can burn up to 50% because you're gonna get it back most in these corners most of the time. That's sure. Yeah. The thing is, you cannot be fast if you are too cautious. So if you are too cautious, you won't be fast. And now he's gonna get a tow from his teammate Edge, right there. That's a great teamwork. And 115 is not that fast yet, but let's see with his tow and 50% battery. No, there's no tow here. That's a shame. Yeah, but you know what? Edge will be able to get a tow in the camel straight once Pinju finish his lap. 43-4. Shantila. Shantila is next cross. Tila is next crossing the line, going to the boost stop. Is 136. He should be at least faster than Punju. That's my prediction. Going to the line, he is a 142, 143 flat, 4 tenths faster than Punju. Indeed. Yeah, that is impressive lap. That's a banker lap. Now we are talking. This is more like it. NVA 142.9. Yep, yep, I agree on that. And Nubi, his teammate in Mercedes garage, is saying that NVA gonna be P1. It's gonna be interesting. You got Non Bash crossing the line. The RB set his first lap, 144.4 behind his teammate Omar Mo, who is about to start his lap. Okay. Next on a lap is gonna be Snoop Francis crossing the line, going to the boost stop and the chicane. Puddle. Yeah, 144.6. Okay. What about the championship leader? But we got Burn the Victim first. Burn the Victim starting his lap. What about Edge? What do you think he's gonna put down? Ooh. Yep. It did mess it a lot. It did. It 43.6. It wasn't. Yeah, I agree on that. So who else is on a lap? Yeah. Mm, that's a good. Yeah. Because he can have 100 battery in sector 2. That's insane. That's a lot. I agree on you with you on that. But there's a Mercedes, not Mercedes. Let's see what Omar Mo gonna beat up about to cross the line. After that, we can go back to Burn Victim. So Omar Mo, the Racing Bull, across the line, 143.7, good for P7. Alright, when the victim is not burning, I don't think he's gonna go use his lap. Yeah. Flying up. He invalidated. Yeah, he invalidated his lap. So the one who does not have a lap yet is burn victim, drinking Shamrock, and Meb Binator. And I think, yeah, drinking gonna be the first one to cross the line among those people. And we got Rich Sibi in the chat saying, yeah, I'm cooked for tier 2. Well, if you cannot set low 42 or high 41 in tier 2, yeah, you cooked, to be honest. Hard truth. The tier 4 the drivers, I guess 2 or 3 of them set low 142. Like me, Novi, and GT were all 142 1, 142 2, I guess. That was, yeah, our first tier 4 is just... Yeah, but fair play to JT again. I'm gonna give him his flower. Today he ran a race without no hiccup. For once, I was surprised by his pace, to be honest. And he's the first time he did not get a warning, only one warning all race, and that was a great race for him. So yeah, GG to JT, and congratulations on your win. Woo! 142.7. I missed that one for Pete. He's in P2. Do you know Pete? Do you really know Pete? He's gonna get DSQ'd if he have a Caliban and did not use it. If Logan have a Caliban, which he has, he will be disqualified from this race. And he's gonna serve his Caliban next race. Yep, unfortunately for Logan, when you have a Caliban, you are not supposed to take power in the Cali. And once you do, which means you won't care, you won't matter in this race, to be honest. So sorry for Logan. Yes, sir. Yep, that's a rule. Yeah, you can only do in lap, out lap, in lap. You don't have to set a time. You go out the pit to make sure everything is right, and you go straight back into the pit, and you don't have the right to give anybody tow, even your teammate. So those are the rules. If you give your teammate a tow, you're gonna get penalized for that as well. Now, Owen Williams, once you take into the K, you won't get DSQ from the Cali. You will get DSQ from the race. So he'll get DSQ from the race. That's the rule, not from the Cali. The moment he set a time, he was doomed. Well, the Master had this happen a few seasons ago when he had a Caliban at Danford, and he did the Cali and get DSQ'd, and he had to save his Caliban the next race. So even if he get DSQ'd this race, he's still gonna have to save his Caliban at next round, Hungary. Exactly. He should be smart enough to run out his race. If you run his race, no matter where he finish, he will be DSQ'd. And they can hear you. Oh, because I'm in this round mode. Okay, let me do live. Okay, they should be able to hear. So, what I was trying to say, if he get into the race, he take part of the race, he will get DSQ regardless. So, but if he get into any incident, that he will get penalized for that as well for next race as well. So there is nothing to gain by doing this race. Only point to lose is like you may get penalized if you get
more penalties.
More penalties coming your way. So you just better just saying, go and enjoy your rest of your Sunday, basically.
I understand now. So if you have a quality ban, you can do an out lap and then immediately straight in. Don't put any time in, just because you want to see if your car, everything's feeling right and you're good to go. And then if you get DQ'd from the race, it's better not to race if you say you went out on a quality ban.
Yes.
You do not want to do the race because it's not going to benefit you at all. If only thing, it'll hurt you if you get any more penalties. Now it makes sense.
Exactly. Owen Williams, you can stay in the pit if you want. You are allowed to go for an out lap and an in lap. That's what you are allowed to. You can stay in the pit if you want to, but we're not gonna restrict you to stay in the pit during the quali. We can say to you, if you want to make sure that you put the right setup and everything, stuff like that, you can go for an out lap and straight back into the pit. But don't set a time, which he did. And from that point on, even if he DSQ'd himself from the session and everything, it won't change the fact that after the race, he's gonna get DSQ from the race.
Look at NVA coming up there with a 142.6 while we were having that interesting rules conversation there.
Yeah.
But 142.6 for NVA. I mean, it was called out in chat that NVA is going to possibly get the pole.
He does. I'm interested to see the last run of everybody because I'm pretty sure some of these people should be at least, because if the pole time in tier 3 is 426, something is not right. Because this is even not the, yes, 42.3 is more like it. Yes. Now Pit is cooking. Retired Pit is cooking.
See what he can put down. He got a great exit right there.
He put a 142.3.
Oh wow, he did.
He did.
Jeez, that is a lap.
That's a
Can
lot.
NVA? I don't think he's gonna have time. He might have time to get out there, but I do not think so.
I don't think so. When you get in by the time to cook, maybe barely, but it depends on how much the crew team gonna take to put him in his garage. But yeah, it will be tight. Owen Williams, I understand what you are saying, but you know what? By setting a lap, that's just how the rules are being written. There are some people they won't even go for a lap, but you have that option. It's not a matter of you have to go out. No, you don't have to go out. It's just an option for you there. Some people sometimes just want to make sure their setup is right and stuff like that. So that's why we allow them to do an out lap and in lap. The fact that we don't allow the tow is because you're gonna give your teammate an advantage where you are not supposed to even participating in that qualification. That's why we don't allow that. But you can stay in the pit, retire in the pit, and never go out if you want to. That's up to you. But the moment is at the lap, that's just why even if he parked it, let's say the pit entry, getting DSQ'd by the game, I'm sure the steward gonna DSQ him at the end of the race regardless.
NVA is going out for another lap right now, and it looks like Mr. Pete's no, he's on an in lap. Sorry about that. Meebinator is on an out lap. He's about to see if he can put down any quicker time. I think we're going to see a little bit tighter of a qualifying at the end of this.
I agree on that. I think the first one to cross the line, finish the lap, maybe Omarmo from the top guy. He's right behind Alpine, who seems to be on a lap as well, which is weird because both victim, okay, just pull out the way.
A little bit of dirty air right there, though.
Yeah.
For Omarmu. Dirty air in this game cycle is rough.
It is rough.
That'll mess you up pretty hard compared to last game.
I agree on that. There's a Red Bull ahead of him at this time now, which is Snoop Francis, who is on the outlap. Make sure to get out of the way properly now this time. Omarmo is down on his time, so I don't think he will be improving his pole position. Because even the battery he has is just low. He's gonna get a tow from Snoop Francis, but not that much. But still. So Pete call it a day and say I'm done for the day. 42-3.
That's a pretty good time.
Omarmo get to the pit, so yeah.
Let's see what NVA can put down. Starting his lap right now. See if he gets a strong exit. And he does. Gets the power down real nice. Burning some battery right here through the little bit of DRS to see if he can make no lockups into this turn 1, which is really tricky to do. A little bit of a lockup, nothing too crazy, but beautiful exit. Burning some battery to get up that hill right now.
That would be interesting to see what he's gonna put down, because now
Full commitment, wide open throttle right there. And I agree with you to see what he's going to be able to put down right now.
let's see if he's gonna be up or down on his time, because he need to catch up 3/10. He's slightly up. But you can gain or lose everything in sector 2 and 3, so
I'll agree. Sector 2 is extremely important. It's where we get a little more technical. And like we were saying earlier, you got to be brave.
that is true. So you see in the chat, Nubi is saying that we are top 3 pace, me, him, and JT. I think he's what he's referring. But yeah,
There you go again, MRK, tooting your own horn.
I'm not. The guy is saying in the chat, and I cannot disagree with that. What can I say? That's facts. And Edge 142.8.
Edge with the 142.8. NVA with a decent amount of battery still covered in the last sector.
65%. That's a lot.
And he's going to burn it. No, let's see if he burns.
But he's not up on.
He's not burning it.
He's not up on his time. I guess he's down on his time. That's why he's
Yeah, he might be. He might have backed out of it.
Yeah, because he won't
I
make
think
it.
this is what we're going to see.
Yes. So the last one on track is Drinking Shamrock and Bourbon Victim. Bourbon Victim going to cross the line first. Bourbon Victim stay on P16. And Drinking Shamrock last cross the line P10, and he's still going to stay P10, I guess.
Oh.
So Mr. Roger Pitt going to be starting first row next to Logan. He should just pull out, I guess, and let everybody pass him, I guess. But that's what it is. But hey, this is looking. Pete, who was saying I don't have a pace later, and now he pulled it almost pole position, virtually pole position. Yes, you go, Pete. So Logan P1, Mr. Pete P2, NVA P3, maybe P4, Edge, Shantila. The two friends are neck to each other. That's gonna be fun. Omarmo, MB Jacobson, free drinking. Punju P11, Mr. Iron, Snoop Francis, Non-Bash, and the rest. I forget to name them. Woo, so who do you think is going to be our winner?
Oh, that's tough to say. It's tough to say. Got a little bit of overcast. I don't know if it's going to rain later on. I did not see that in the forecast at all. But it's tough to say who I think is going to win the actual race.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to see a battle for sure with the top 3, top 4, because they're pretty close on times. I think it's going to come down to what strategy and if anybody can keep their nose clean, you know?
Yeah. But if you have to bet on someone, who will be?
I mean, Mr. Pete was up there with some great times. I got to see what he's got to put down.
I agree on that. So there's no safety car. So Pete usually have a good race pace. I think there is a chance of NVA, to be honest, seeing his lap, but maybe not sure. Edge, Shantila, they used to have a great race pace as well. Even Omarmo. So it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a 5-way battle from Pete to all the way to Omarmo. After that, I think there is a pace difference from P8 to all the way down. But from Pete,
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you tenfold on that one, MRK.
yeah, I agree on that. The one I'm surprised though, who is the P2 in the championship leader? He's in P12, Aaron Bowes. But he used to have a great race pace, but I guess he didn't practice for this track neither. That's why he's all the way down. So it will be interesting to see what he's going to put down.
Yeah, this newer game is a little bit different too, so maybe everybody's still trying to get settled in. Maybe by next season we'll see more of what we saw last season as far as top runners.
Yeah.
You know, get the game figured out. All right, here we go.
Here we go. 3, 4, 5 light on, and away we go. Here we go. Logan is there. Pete get a good lunch, and he's still.
Oh,
Chantel
Tilla getting a
almost
little
lost it there. Logan still leading everybody. So far, so good. Nobody lost it in the back.
Everybody keeps it clean. That's impressive.
Indeed. Now what? I think Logan gonna retire into the pit, which is smart way to do as well. So the ways are gonna be clear always. So little bumps between Bennetti and Pitt. Bennetti go to the inside. Get the P1 right there.
Wow, Mevinator.
Wow.
Bold move.
Bold
I
move
like to see
indeed.
that.
And like I said, and Newbie as well to get a move on Pitt on the outside. Wow. That's insane.
They're seeing some exciting stuff immediately right here.
Yeah. So what's interesting is what's Logan gonna do, because that's what I'm just trying to figure out.
That's exactly what I was about to say too. Is like,
If I
is he
was-
gonna pull in the pits?
Yeah, I guess he's gonna pull the Pit, but still he costs like Pete, NVA, and everybody else at least one pole position. And if Bennetter managed to pull away out of the DRS thanks to him, they're gonna be pissed.
I would be. I would definitely be about to upset my race like that.
Yeah.
Let's go down the field a little bit back towards Chantillo, who had a little bit of an interesting moment on the start of that race. Falling behind him is Ormamu. Good start for both of them back there, but Chantillo, a little bit of a loss.
Yeah.
And it looks like Logan's pulling to the pits.
Yep, smart way to do it. But NVA lost the DRS right there. That's what I was talking about. He gonna have to burn everything he has for that to get it back before the camel stretch. He may have it. He does have it.
He's got a little bit more battery, it looks like, than Mevinator as well. So maybe he just has a lot more pace than we think he does.
I guess, maybe, that may be the case because Nubi said he may be P1, and at this rate, it looked like it. So the tire is an interesting choice. Let me see what people did it.
That's exactly what I was just about to ask.
I like the hard, starting on hard, do hard medium strategy.
I'll agree with you.
Yeah, there are only two people though who did it, which is Pitt. I guess that's why he lost some field position, but he is still with the pack, so this is good for him. And I like the fact that the Sauber have a different strategy. One starting on medium, one starting on hard, so there is no chance of double stacking, which is great.
That is a good point. That is a great point.
So
Yeah, only two drivers starting on the hards.
Yeah.
That's interesting. The strategy is going to be pretty all over the place, I feel like.
that's sure. That is sure. I think maybe he's doing everything he can to drop NVA out of his DRS, and you can tell by how he's doing sector 2 and 3.
Now, this track does eat up tires pretty hard, so
does.
I feel like when these tires fall off here at about maybe 8 laps, maybe a little bit less than that with these mediums,
Yeah, maybe
that they
5, 6
they fall
laps.
off like a cliff. They don't just
Exactly.
gently fall; they fall off a cliff. And then you'll see Pete back here in fourth, probably catching up on some time for sure.
Yeah. Yep.
To go down to Till, Till looks like he got up. Did he get one position? Oh, we did from what's his name getting out of the
From
race.
Logan.
I'm sorry for that.
Logan
Yeah.
came out of the race. But like I said, I'm surprised by the fact that MB Jacobson and Fried are keeping up, and Bonjour already have a breaking end plate somehow.
Oh, interesting. I wonder what happened because the start of the race looked pretty clean. I didn't really see any end plates going over, so I
Maybe-
wonder if it was.
Maybe to hit somebody back, but now Drinking Shamrock is making a move on him, and there's Snoop Francis going to the inside of him as well. He's gonna lose 2 positions in 1 corner.
Goodness.
Goodness, that's a great stuff
The
here.
Drunken right there had so much overspeed coming down that straight right there. He barely made that corner.
He outbreak himself. Oh, Punju almost get the rear of Snoop Francis. Oh, he is sliding all over the place. This is where he was circling yesterday. Sector 2 and 3, and with his broken end
Off the
plate-
track right there.
Yeah, you can tell he's gonna be circling there. So yeah, so now we have 2 packs. The leading pack all the way to P8, and after that, Drinking Shamrock to all the way to P14 of Nombash.
Doesn't look like Meebinator is able to shake NVA too hard, and Edge is also getting into the DRS or close to that window on NVA. Wow,
Yeah.
look at Pete back here too. He's running down this.
Yeah.
We got a 5-way battle up here. That's pretty interesting.
Yep. And Shantila lost DRS. What happened to him? He was overtaken.
Ooh, I did not.
He got overtaken by Tomormo and lost DRS now.
Must have made a mistake somewhere. If some sort of
think so.
exit or braking.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of. Because
think
in order to lose that much time, it has to be some sort of mistake. I
Yeah.
think we're going to see something from Pete up here on the top of this hill on Edge.
And now Iron and Punju fighting it out. Go to the inside of Iron, about to. Whoops, they are fighting out real nice. I'm gonna tell you a secret about Edge. He usually barely run any wings, so I would surprise if he get overtaken on the straight easily. NVA go for the pass, and now he's up to P1. That's a great overtake from him.
NVA to the lead.
Yeah.
Sounds like your prediction might be correct, but we'll see what kind of pace once he gets out there in the clean air. Sometimes if you've been riding in the back for too long or a certain amount of laps, you get kind of comfortable with dirty air.
Yep.
And then as soon as you get your car out in the clean air, it's almost like a completely different car, like a different setup completely. So
It is.
sometimes it'll hurt you.
It will hurt you, yeah. Sometimes you can be good in behind, you sit behind somebody, you save your tire, you brake early and everything. But once you are ahead, it's just like a different feeling.
Yes, I 100%. It's weird. It's definitely weird.
Yeah. Edge is about to lose DRS, but he get back right away, so he's cool. Pete is here. So now we have a top 5 from P1 all the way to Marmo, and MB Jacobson is leading of the pack. Shantila is struggling. I don't know what happened there, but he
Doesn't look like he has any damage.
Doesn't look like it, Nazar. I guess he just
Maybe.
struggling.
Maybe he is running also a lower wing, and his mediums are just. I mean, 5 laps in, possibly I could see them getting a little overheated, but that's a little soon, in my opinion.
I agree. And I think maybe his tire, maybe he damaged his tire more than the people around him. So now let's see if maybe they're gonna get back at NVA, which at this time doesn't look like it.
No, I think NVA is going to have some great pace up here as well. I know we were talking about once you get to the lead, it might be a different animal, but that also goes the same way for Meebinator. Now that he's in dirty air, he might also struggle hard to keep up the pace because he was sitting back there, or he was in the lead from the whole beginning of the race, so he might be burning his tires up. Oh, I saw that too with Pete running wide right there.
Yeah, almost lost to the gravel, so he managed to keep it on track there, which is good. You can tell he is pushing, and when you are pushing behind a dirty air, you can get understeer real easily.
Definitely, especially on those harder tires. But as you can see, Armamo is actually running him down a little bit, but I think it was from that mistake. I'm not too sure, though, because Edge might be a little bit slower, because you were saying he was running lower wings.
Yeah.
In this Sector 2, Sector 3, he might be struggling.
He might be struggling in Sector 2 and 3. I think that's what it is. He's running probably 0-0 wings, so he may be able to catch you back up on this straight, but he's struggling in Sector 2 and 3. And if I'm Pete, I don't want to lose time behind Edge that much. But the thing is, he's tough to overtake on the straight line speed, because he just have that much of straight line speed.
Yeah, I could see that. I saw that on that last one.
But now without DRS, I wonder if Edge will be able to defend against this guy, because he's burning to get back to DRS now, because he doesn't have it now. So the exit of last source is gonna be really determinant of his race or not. He may have it. Yes, he does have it back. Barely. Dang.
He had to burn just about everything he had to
Yep.
get there, but he's got a pretty good gap on Pete now.
Yeah. But still, I think it's a matter of time before he dropped out of the DRS. I think by next lap he will be dropped by DRS. And now, maybe Binacher making the move, gets the back to position.
Meebinator taking the lead back.
Just
Keeping it exciting up there.
Yep, going back and forth.
I think they're going to be within this range of each other. Then they might be playing a little bit of DRS game each lap, switching positions, either to try to keep the lead from them, or is that just their pace? They're so equally matched.
That's sure, that's sure. I wonder what point Pete gonna start being the fastest car on those hard?
I'm going to say within the next 2 laps. By lap 8, we're going to start seeing the tire difference really kick in.
Yeah, that would be something. So
Going down the order here, I only see Freed has got a 3-second, which I thought I'd see a little bit more here. How many? I wonder how many warnings we have.
So,
Just because this track, it's so easy to get warnings.
Yeah, I think maybe to has 2 warning as of now. So we'll see that how that's gonna play out.
Now, when you have 2 warnings, it definitely affects
After
how
you drive.
willing you are to push.
Yeah. Especially at Pujon. That corner, you cannot take it flat if you have 2 warning. Wow, NVA is super good in that chicane. And Edge is dropped again out of DRS.
I don't think he's going to be able to catch him this time.
No, 3/10. No, I don't think so. So, Shantila already pitted. Is he doing like a 2-stop?
Well, it's what kind of tires he's putting on.
Hard.
Putting the hards on.
This is going to be tough for the hard to go into the end, to be honest.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, he must be running really low wings. That's why we saw him drop, but that's interesting to see.
And he's on controller, and I think that's why he eat his tire more than anybody. And Pete made a move on Edge finally, get it done, and now he gonna maybe not to get his 2-second penalty. What we were talking about, and now Pete gonna be the fastest car. He just need to get back into the top 2. And
Yeah, he's definitely got the tire advantage now,
Yeah.
and he's within DRS again.
Already.
We'll see it next lap round. Yeah, that's how much quicker he is, I think, on the tire advantage now.
yeah, I think
He's already pulled a half a second on Edge too, so yeah,
Already,
I
yeah.
think it's the tire advantage is really kicking in.
Yep, and he can catch up to the top 2, and T1 overtakes them, because if you're doing 1 stop on a medium hard, your pit windows is around lap 9, and if you are on the hard, your pit window is around lap 12. So you can go 2 or 3 more laps before to pit compared to them, and you're gonna have the fastest tire on the medium and a lower fuel as well. So I like the hard to medium strategy from pit, to be honest.
I do too. That is definitely the strategy what I would try to think of it. And I got somebody, Kai in the chat saying that Sean is on the 2-stop strategy.
Yeah, he will lose a bunch of time if there is no safety car. The 2 strategy is not the fastest, to be honest. So you can see NVA already defending from pit because they don't have a choice. Pit is fastest.
That tire advantage is definitely kicking in.
Yeah, and Snoop Francis now going to the pit. 1 lap earlier, I think he's trying to do an undercut of some people ahead of him.
I think we're going to see something from Pete here. Maybe a NVA pass Mevinator and Pete get by too. He's got a lot of overspeed right now.
Yeah, maybe Benetton may have to lose 2 positions. And Pete doesn't have nowhere to go, gonna have to back out of there because he doesn't have nowhere to go. Yeah, but you can tell he's faster now. He's faster now.
By a lot. You can tell the 2 front runners are slipping and sliding.
Yep.
And it looks like just about everybody else who is still on the mediums because MB Jacobson, is he gaining any time back here on the hards as well?
No, it doesn't look like it. He's still around that range of 3.5 seconds. And Shantila make a move on his teammate of the day, Ace, the reserve Ace. But yeah, if you're gonna do 2-stop, it's gonna be tough on him. Unless they do safety car.
Which there's always a possibility at this track.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's such a mentally demanding type of track where you have to be on the limit every lap in, lap out type thing. That when you get in the later lap or part of the race, you see people make mistakes and crash.
Yeah. If I was in the train, I may think of undercutting the medium runner at some point because you are just sitting in the DRS train. So the pit window should be lap 9. I will pit lap 8 and try to see what I can do.
Yeah, maybe just offset it a little bit.
Yeah,
you know,
just start to shake things up. But yeah, we'll see now. We'll see because I'm sure next lap should be when they should be speeding. Because as of now, their tire must be struggling and screaming and saying, "Hey, I'm tired of running."
So if you look up here, I think we're going to see Pete try to get by Mevinator because NVA pulled a little bit of a gap on Mevinator. Kind of leaving Mevinator sitting there, but we'll see what happens.
And Pete going to the outside, maybe he doesn't have enough straight line for that.
That was interesting there.
That was.
Ed's still sitting back here pretty good with trying to stay in the DRS, but like you're saying, he's probably running that low wing. I bet you those mediums are screaming.
Yeah, they are. And you can see he's losing a bunch of time in sectors 2 and 3. Oh, sector 2 mainly, and after that he catch back up in the B stops straight before that, and yeah. It's gonna be an interesting fight. So we have rain in 30 minutes. I think by that time the race is gonna be over.
Yeah, unless there's a caution or two. That's
Yeah.
the only thing that I think will bring us into that position.
Yep.
Which definitely would make this an interesting race to call. I'll tell you that much, MRK.
I agree.
Me and you tend to have some luck when it comes to exciting finishes to races. So hopefully today we see another one.
Yeah, that's true. That will be something. So lap 9 is where the pit windows is open, or maybe lap 10. Yeah. So if you are a medium runner, I definitely gonna pit this lap.
Yeah, and then you know what I think we're going to see from Pete at the end of this too. If he runs it out and gets that perfect window for going on the mediums, it's going to be lower fuel and he's going to be on the faster tire. And I think that's really going to be the advantage towards the end.
Yeah, I agree with that. So Edge decided to keep going and try to use the DRS for one more lap. But the thing is, does he have the speed enough to do that?
Got
Yeah, he's still keeping the speed, so it's not a bad choice to go one lap over.
Yeah, that might set him up a little bit more for the end of it, but the undercut where we're going to see from the other front leaders from Meebinator and NVA, I think it's going to hurt him more.
And Shantila coming out ahead of them gonna allow NVA to pull away more, because I think maybe going to have a poor pit, and now he's 2 seconds behind NVA, so that's not good.
You know what I was saying?
Yeah.
I might be wrong on Edge losing out so much time because he's keeping up with Pete right now.
Yep, he is.
Pete made a little bit of a mistake right there in that right-hander, but not enough. I mean, I'm surprised he's keeping up as much as he is.
Yeah, and you can see the guy behind, which is MB Jacobsen, who was 3 seconds and a half. Now he's 4 seconds and a half behind. So Pete is pulling along Edge nicely, but I think he's gonna disappear here, and Edge's gonna have to pit this lap to avoid getting undercut by the light of NBA and stuff like that.
Yeah, now you're seeing the difference right there between Pete and Edge's tires.
Yep.
He went from 0.2 behind to 1.8 in just a half a lap. So that's the difference, ladies and gentlemen, on worn tire difference for the hards and mediums.
Yep, and you can already tell. So now Edge, I guess, gonna have to pit, and he decided to do so.
Yeah, I think that undercut from the other two front runners, I don't think that's gonna play well with Edge.
No, he won't. I don't think he will get benefit of that, because NVA for sure gonna come out ahead of him. Now how far he's gonna be behind the rest of Mebinator and Omar Moore, which is a guy who's racing against. Because Edge is coming out, and
whoa, Marmo with the crazy dive bomb on Tilla.
he has to, because he was losing a bunch of time, but now he's gonna get overtaken again by Attila in the main straight.
Yeah, that was an interesting choice, the dive bomb there.
Yeah,
Maybe like I would have saved it for this DRS section, but
and take it off. But now Shantila gonna get back at him, and yeah, that wasn't. He could have just waited a little bit more to get it done. Now he's gonna lose more time behind Shantila.
yeah, exactly. Now he's going to be behind that dirty air longer. It was an interesting decision for such an aggressive dive bomb that he did.
Yes, yeah, and that was,
I mean, it was well executed. I will say it was well executed. Sorry, go ahead.
but there was just a DRS straight right next to it. It wasn't needed, to be honest.
I agree. It was a waste of potential for you to get a little bit higher up.
Yeah.
But let's see if it plays out for him. And Attila probably is going to have the same thing again, or Marmo will wait. I think that's actually going to hurt him for Edge.
Oh, yeah.
To catch him up.
Yeah, because if he had waited, it could have overtaken Shantila and maybe pull away before Edge catches, because we know Edge how bad he is in Sector 2. But now they cannot do anything. And now he's losing more time against Mebinature, who is 2 seconds ahead already. So now the interesting stuff is the pit lap time, he should be coming in at the end of this lap, and how far back he will be behind NVA, which should be around 5 or 6 seconds with the fastest tire. He will have to put pedal to the metal and try to get back to NVA.
Yeah, it definitely looks like he was running a little bit when I was watching Edge run him down on this upper part. I think that he is running a little bit more wings than everybody else, so maybe he might even run a little bit longer and save those mediums even more, but that might even hurt him too at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think that even if you go longer, you still need enough laps to do the overtake on track, and if you pit a little bit later, you may have the faster side, but you may run out of laps.
Marmu going for some interesting with Edge fighting him now. Edge and Marmu going past Sontilla right there. That was a pretty interesting pass.
Yeah, I missed that one. But by the time they moved out from Tilla, they went from 2 seconds behind to 2.6 seconds behind. So they are lost like 6 tenths being behind Shantilla.
I'm actually surprised that Edge was able to run down Marmu. So that makes it. What we were talking about, that dive bomb really hurt Marmu.
Yep, a lot.
It's,
It did hurt him a lot. So now it's NVA who is flying out of now, and he's looking really fast. The first day he's a Mercedes driver, he may pull out a win for Mercedes. And Mercedes winning tier 4, if they win tier 3, that's already 50 points or 60 points right there. That's insane.
I'll agree with that because, yeah, he's only 8.3 seconds back from Pete right now. And I don't know if you have it off the top of your head how long a pit stop takes.
18 seconds back, 18, 19 seconds you're going to have to lose.
Goodness. So that means, yeah, Pete's going to be 10 seconds behind. But can he make up that difference? I'm not sure.
I would have pitted his lap. I don't know why he go one lap over, to be honest. Maybe he's hoping for a safety car. But I would have
maybe because NVA is down to 7 seconds now. Meebinator not too far behind,
yeah.
But obviously with that 3-second time penalty. Yeah, this is really opening the door for NVA to be sitting pretty comfortable here in a little bit.
Yep. So now Edge go the move on Marmo, and now they need to catch back up to Meebinator, who has a 3-second penalty as of now. Because I think the win is going to be for NVA. It really looks like it like that. Yeah,
it looks like the possibility.
Yeah, very high possibility. So, Newbie may be right on that one. So let's see. Let's see. Edge being the leading car in Sector 2 is not a great one.
I agree. Those lower wings, like you were saying.
Yeah.
But he is catching up. He is running some good lap times right now. Maybe the hard tire is benefiting him a little bit.
Maybe, yeah. But I'm just saying, them losing time during the Sector 2. Because now they are out of the 3-second mark. Now their goal is just to run lower than 3 seconds. So now Pete decided to pit. Let's see where he's gonna come out. He's gonna come behind Shantilla.
There's a smooth pit though. That was a very clean pit stop from Pete.
That's the Ferrari crew, boy. And that's the only thing they're good at this season. That's the only thing they're good at this season. So Pete is 12 seconds behind, and knowing who he has ahead of him, it will be tough for him to get past Edge and Omarmo at some point. But hey,
yeah, those are Edge is already pretty hard for him to get past. But
yes.
You know, I'll tell you one thing: if a caution gets thrown out here a little bit, that's gonna really mix up some things.
I agree on that. I agree on that. If you have a safety car or something, and Drinking Shamrock making a move on Ponju, who fixes his wing, but is dropped down all the way to P12. I think he's gonna do 2 stop as well, like Shantilla did.
Just looking down the finish that order behind Punju, you got Cobb K, Normbash, Burn, and Ace.
Yeah.
You know, I'm surprised how clean they're looking. All these cars look pretty good back here. All the wings are on them.
I think after what happened last round, where they have like they have like a 12 lap on the safety car. This is this is the
Goodness.
for once we didn't have any safety car ourselves. So yeah, we take that. Last weekend was just wild.
He said like 12 laps under safety car, so half the race pretty much. That's insane.
Exactly, that's what happened there. We got max out safety car by lap 12.
Oh my goodness.
That was horrendous, man. That was bad.
I mean, this is looking like a clean race so far. I've only seen a couple fairly aggressive passes, but everybody, ooh, as Pete gets by Tilla, he's definitely putting some lap times in there with those mediums.
So Tilla decided to put his last set of hard, I guess.
I'm probably going to put the mediums on because he's on hards right now.
Yeah.
Or
Maybe he have like too hard and not too medium.
oh, maybe too hard. I think you're right. Yeah, he's on hards right here. I'm sorry, I didn't see that.
Yeah. And now he's gonna be all the way in the back and gonna have to try to catch back up or try to go back up again, which is really not easy to do. But he will have the fresher tire, but gonna have to make move on track. While Kopke overtake Punju, as well as Non-Bash overtake Punju as well. I never knew I could say that one day. Kopke overtaking Punju, Non-Bash overtaking Punju. The world has changed, man.
Punju is definitely not enjoying this track.
He's not.
I'd say two drivers I'm a little surprised by as far as what their pace is today. It's definitely Punju and Tilla. I know they might just be having an off day or something, but it's not the pace I really truly expected out of them. But at least they haven't put it in the wall or anything like that.
That's true. I'm not surprised by Punju because I think this game he's not that fast as he used to be, and he's been busy with work, so maybe he's not practicing as much as he used to. And on this game you have to practice, and that's it. And that can show. I practice a lot, that's why maybe I can try to have a chance sometimes to win or have P2. But if you don't practice, it's gonna show.
Yes, when I get back into racing here shortly, I can tell you it's been about a month and a half. I'm gonna be pretty slow. It's gonna take me a while to get up to speed again. Wow. And Pete putting in the fastest lap. Those mediums definitely working for him.
Indeed,
He's down to 11 seconds.
Yeah, 11 seconds
off the leader.
After leader, it's gonna be interesting to see if he's gonna have enough. I don't think he will get to NVA. Maybe.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I think he may get to mid-miniature or trying to be under 3 seconds of mid-miniature to get that position back. At the best, he can
try to get a P2 out of it. Yeah, I agree with you.
Because NVA is gone. NVA is just. I'm back as a reserve and I will win today.
He's been showing some strong pace all day. So
he's been putting it down nicely and smoothly. And NVA used to be a clean driver when we used to be together in tier 3. He was a clean driver and a fast driver, so I'm not surprised by his pace. If he's been practicing, he should be doing all right there. What about Iron Brooks, who usually don't practice a lot? He is now 6 to P8, behind Aston Martin or Freed, who have 3-second penalty, but you can see Iron is all over his back.
I'm just taking a look through the field, and like I said, everybody's keeping. Oh, as he just said that about
Iron.
Yeah, he got a little sideways right there.
Yep.
This is the part of the race I was talking about earlier. This track is so mentally demanding on how hard you have to keep the thing on the edge. And
you know,
this is when you might start seeing some mistakes out of people, little
small
ones.
Oh yeah. I think the fact that the track is so long, you're gonna drive a lot and thinking you are maybe halfway, and you look up and it's only 4 laps.
Exactly. You're like, oh,
what did you 4 laps?
I've been driving for an hour. I've only done 2 laps.
Exactly. That's how I was thinking at some point. I gonna drive a long time. Look up the number of laps, and we are just 5 laps. I say only? Dang. Yeah. How crazy that was.
This is definitely a long track.
Edge and Oman are not catching back to Mabinator. To be honest, they are not. They're losing a bunch of time. And like I said, Edge which is lower down for unless he is the car leading, it is tough for him to catch back because where you can gain more time is usually in sector 2. That's where Edge lose a bunch of time.
I agree. And that's the hard part. But yeah, you could still run it down on the DRS, but with a lighter, less wing that you have, the harder it is for other people to pass. Because even in the sector 2 right there, where it is the more technical area where you want to gain time, doesn't mean it's necessarily easy to pass. If anything, it's dang near impossible to pass in that the sector 2 area because it's so tight.
Yeah, I agree on that. I completely agree on that. And you can see he is just back to under 4 seconds. In sector 2, he was 4.2 seconds. Now he's gonna be around 3.94 seconds, and he's gonna gain a lot of time on the straight again, and lose it all again on the sector 2. And nobody is catching back up to NVA. To be honest, he's just running his race by himself. Yeah.
Yeah, like he is just had the pace all day today.
He did.
Maybe Nehru's up there with him for a little bit, but maybe he kind of just concealed that he's gonna have that 3-second time penalty, and he's like, you know what, I'm just gonna keep the tires on this thing and not get another.
St. Francis lost his wing. He lost it at the exit of the chicane. The same for drinking Shamrock as well. What happened there?
Oh no!
You must have a contact or something like that.
Banju.
Fastest lap on 45.8. Something must have happened between the drinking Shamrock and St. Francis because they were both off track. And finally, Ironberg's making a move on Fried, but Fried is still defending, going side by side.
Oh goodness!
But they
bounce again! They bounce again! Look at them go! Pushing off each other. A little bit of aggressive driving into this right-hander. Goodness!
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what happened back there.
That's a very interesting one, to be honest. That's a very interesting one, to be honest. Wow. Well, at least now Iron is in P7 and he can try to keep the other, because I don't think he's gonna catch up to MB Jacobson, who is on the fastest tire. And St. Francis get the penalties now. But funny thing enough, maybe is slowly, a little bit tiny. Maybe a tenth per lap catching up to NVA, but not that much.
I see it. I could see it. Maybe that little bit of a different tire setup.
Yeah.
As far as maybe Meeb's been holding on to those tires a little bit better.
I agree. I don't think Pete gonna have enough lap to overtake Omar Moore and Edge at the same time.
No, I think you're right on that one.
So,
with only about 3 laps to go.
Yeah,
so.
his best will maybe P5 at this point.
You know, Tilla back here at that 2-stop strategy. I'm starting to see it. He's running some of these runners down because he definitely has the newest tires in the top 10.
Yep, he can be in the P8, P7, depending on how well he manages his tire. Because now he had the fastest tire out of everybody. Him and Punju. Drink Shamrock is out. The safety car. Oh, he's out inside the pit. Okay, inside the pit. Okay. Which makes sense. Okay. Which makes sense. So no safety car. Just retire into the pit. So one Mercedes is leading the race, about to win it. The second one didn't have that much of a luck, but still, there's gonna be some good point for Mercedes today.
Definitely. I mean, hopefully getting that win. I mean, we still got to wait to see the end of the race.
Yeah, that's true. There is how many laps? 2 more laps or 3 more laps to go, and that's it. I should do it.
Oh.
I'm more interested to know who's gonna get the P3 between Omar Moore and Edge, because I think Omar Moore is trying to save his battery, but knowing Edge how fast he is on the straight, it's gonna be a tough call for Omar Moore to overtake him.
Yeah, I don't know, because I'm looking at Edge right here, and he's got 90% battery, so that's going to make it
very tough.
Even trickier.
Yeah. So, Bunju moved to P12. But the victim didn't have a great day today. He's been struggling somehow. Last round he was in the first row, but this round he seems to be struggling somehow. You got Ace, P15, the reserve on soft. Maybe he's going for the fastest lap. We'll see. Who has the fastest lap now? Is that Panju?
I think it's Punji still at the moment.
Yep, 145.8.
Yeah, that little bit of time that Meebinator was catching on NGA, it looks like he's kind of settled back in to about 3 seconds. And Edge is outside of that time penalty for him right now. He's at a 4.8.
He just need to make sure he doesn't get another warning, which may kill all his chances if he does.
Pete is getting pretty close to Edge and Romamu right here.
Yeah, but the thing is, he may have run of laps. That's what I think.
I think you're right. I'm just saying he might be able to get to the bumper. I just don't know if he's going to be able to put the pass down, like you were saying. Not enough laps.
Yeah, he stayed out 1 lap too late. That's what I was thinking. He should have stopped at lap 12. And he did not do that, and that's why I guess he will maybe short of a lap.
Yeah, I definitely can see that.
Yeah, you can see like he's pushing and he's gaining, especially in sector 2 where Edge, the leading car, isn't that great there. But I wonder at what point Umarmo will decide to say, okay, it's time to move, to get the move on.
I don't know. It's going to be tough with Edge is actually doing a great job at saving some battery up here.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be a walk in the park for Umarmu, but he might just have to get really aggressive at some point. We might see a little too aggressive, but...
Well, Edge is running the lower downforce for sure, and they have plenty of battery to defend anyway, so it's going to be interesting to see what Umarmo's strategy is. Me, I usually think that going to the last lap, I rather leading than being behind, because I rather want to be the one defending than attacking.
I kind of would disagree. I'd rather be the one trying to chase down and pass.
The last lap?
Because, yeah, on the last lap, especially if you're side by side or battling like that, because then it makes it really hard for you to respond to me. That's my personal opinion, but everybody races their own way.
Yeah, so my way of thinking, like, in the last lap, I'm the leading car, I can choose any line I want. If I have enough battery, I can choose any line I want. That's my sort of process. And once you do, for example, when we pass the straight, all sector 2, I can turn my battery off and recharge it, and just burn it enough for you to not have enough space to dive in. And that's why I say it's better to be leading going to the last lap than being behind, because being behind, you're gonna have to give it all, but you still are not master of your own destiny. It depends on the guy ahead of you if you have anybody to defend against you or not.
I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
And so let's see if Edge, if Ormamu got anything for Edge coming up on this last lap right now.
Yep. NVA is starting his last lap, and good prediction from Nubi. The winner is going to be Mercedes back-to-back Tier 4, Tier 3. And I'm pretty sure maybe it's going to be P2 as well. Now we got to know who is going to be P3 between Edge, Omarmo, and Mr. Pitt. Edge are 5 tenths up, 7 tenths up. He's burning everything he has, and yet, like I said, Omarmo cannot really respond to this.
Ooh, it's going to be hard.
He cannot. Edge gets
and
burning.
if any of those, if Ormamu pushes a little too hard on Edge,
the gap going to be almost.
Guess who's going to be right there?
It's Pitt. Exactly. So, like I said, yeah, this is just what you want. Last lap, be the car ahead. And Edge with the low downforce, yeah, there is no chance for Omarmo to make any move anywhere. That's for it. That's it. We got our finishing order, I think.
I think you are correct.
All right, going to the last sector, we're gonna go with the winner of today, Mr. NVA. First race as an official Mercedes driver, and he put just a showdown, showing everybody how it's done around Spa, a 7-kilometer track, and he did not put any foot wrong all race for 22 laps. He is just being the best. He deserves his win, and nobody have a word to say about that. Mercedes, this remind me the day of Lewis Hamilton with W11 cars, which was just out of this world. And NVA showing it out. Same for JT. Congratulations, man. Great race. P2, Mr. Matt Binneter crossing the line in P2. Edge called off of Omar Mo, and Mr. Pitt, who are gonna be P4 and P5, and MB Jacobson may be able to hold P6. Aaron Brooks make a late lunch, it won't be enough. So great day for Sauber as well. P2, P6, Aaron P7, and Shantila gonna get his P8. Nice. Freed, GG P9. Norbash, oh, Norbash gets some point today. P10, Mr. Norbash. Punju P11, he gets some point as well. And Kopke as well. That's our top 12 today, and the people who are gonna get point. Unfortunately, Bunny Victim had a rough day. Same for Snoop Francis and Mr. Ace. Logan DSQ normally, and Drinking Shamrock DNF. Wow. All right, Mr. Miller Time. What's your take on this race?
I'm going to be honest with you. It was surprisingly a clean race.
It was for
It
once.
did look like they were going to get a little interesting for a little bit there, a little bit of different strategies.
Yep.
But overall, it was a clean race and still exciting because, like I said, the strategies were a big difference. As we're saying this, it looks like it's starting to rain. If they were one caution away from and it rained.
If there was a safety car, maybe the last lap would have been wet, right? But it was not. So GG to Mr. NVA, the National Viagra Association. Welcome back, sir, with a bang. That's a great winner right there. Nobody have anything to say about it, and that's gonna be interesting now to see how other people are gonna react to this, because I'm hungry and too tired to do an interview, guys.
I'm gonna agree with you. I'm pretty tired and need some food myself.
Yeah, so but that was a great race though. That was a fun race. Not much happened, but we have just a fun race overall, a clean race, like you said, a clean race.
Yeah. So, like you said, it was not much happened, but the strategies definitely made it a little bit. What are we gonna see happen? So
That's just true. So we got race winner NVA Punju in fastest lap drive of the day. Iron Bugs must overtake Shantila with his two-stop and keynote driver, Mr. Iron as well. He managed to get back to the top 10. So here you go. Here you go. You have NVA P1, Binator Williams, Omar Mo, Pitt, MB Jacobson, Iron, Shantila, Freud, Numbers, Punju, Cupcake, Benny Victim, Snoop Francis, Ace, Drinking, and Logan did not finish the race. So here you have it. Mr. Miller Time, the last word is for you guys. What you have to say to the folks who was watching us and about this race as well.
I'd just like to say thank you for joining us. And like we said it multiple times already, it was a fairly calm race, but exciting to see the strategy play out. I think this game in general, the new game coming out, definitely makes your tire strategies more important than ever. So that was exciting to see, exciting to watch. But thank you for joining.
Thank you guys for
And thank you for having me.
Yeah, it was a pleasure as always. I'm looking forward for you to get back at racing, get back at commentating as well. I'm sure you will do some damage once you get back to speed in whatever tier you are placed. I hope not in tier 3 because you're too fast there. Should be tier 2, right where Packers is, so should be fine. But guys, that was fun as always to have you next to it, and I hope to have that more. Thank you guys for stopping by, and go ahead to watch tier 2, who's about to have fun there as well, and see if the Mercedes winning streak gonna keep happening. I doubt it because there's a guy named Dreams there in the house who may have something to say about it. But otherwise, it was fun having you, all of you. Enjoy your rest of the Sunday. Bye.